Hey, this is Big Mike, and with Route 66 Road Relics, and I'm out picking in Kansas. This is kind of a junkyard lost in time almost. It's the back end of an active junkyard. And they let me come back here. I'm looking for tailgates and just all sorts of stuff. But I got back here and I just like, man, I got videos. This is awesome. This is like junkyard heaven back here. I love it. But all these cool trucks, old Fords, Chevys, Dodges, they're everywhere with the trees. I'm digging through here trying to just see everything. Fighting off the mosquitoes. It was a humid, hot day. I know it doesn't look bad, but it was pretty warm out. But I was just loving it. I got to see a couple different junkyards while I was back here, and it just had a ball back there. Came up with a whole load of 8.5 foot tall standing on the back of my truck, so it was good. So this is the first junkyard I went to. I had some people requesting I do it with the regular horizontal view instead of vertical, so I shot a bunch this way and thought you could let you see the full screen on everything. There's some different shots too, so. But I love these old Chevys and Ford. And this is just a part of it. There was so much back here in this junkyard. It was insane. All right, get your hand out of the picture, Big Mac. Look at this. I mean, I'm going through literally, yeah. Look at this. I'm just going through the branches trying to get back to stuff to see what's here. Yeah, hopefully next trip I can pick more of these tailgates up. I wasn't, they were kind of in a rush, so I wasn't able to get a lot of them off, but they had 2 of them that were off I was able to buy already, and then I'm going to come back and see if I got a video of it. I saw a 41 Chevy grill, but it was on an old truck, was too far gone, but I think I'm going to get them to go ahead and cut it off for me. Go ahead and pick that up my next trip up. I'll probably go up in another 6 weeks or so. Playing in August up there, that'd be lovely weather. But just love look at all these old trucks. I mean, you just don't see this stuff very often. And the weather was, yeah, it was 90% with 70%, 80% humidity, so it was a little toasty. Like I said, this was back several hundred yards back from the place, so couldn't even drive anywhere close. Had to just kind of walk all the way back, but it was definitely worth it. Yeah, if you know what some of these trucks are, let me know. It looks like most are Fords and Chevys. I'm not always the greatest on years, but hey, put it in comments. Let me know what's going on. Also, please subscribe if you get a chance. There's still some more, quite a bit more. This is 4.5 minutes long almost. So you can really kind of see if there's something exciting you see. But I don't know. I've been in Arizona a long time, and I just haven't seen it. When I went into Kansas, I found 2 junkyards like this, and it was just, I don't know. I've seen stories. This is one of the tailgates I ended up getting. It's a 1950s GMC tailgate, which is pretty hard to get. That's a neat one. I gotta take those little bars off, but it's a good looking tailgate right there. Just trying to see, show you around the rest of these trucks and cars. I mean, like I said, they're just, you can tell they're just like buried everywhere. I think that's growing out of the hood of that truck. Yeah, that tree was growing in the hood, out of the hood. These cars and trucks are just classics. Yeah, I recognize a lot more of the trucks, but anyway, we'll have a good one there. This is Big Mike here with Route 66 Road Relics, and we're at another pick over here in Kansas. This is one of my guys I deal with all the time, and he just bought a whole back end of a junkyard here. This guy passed away, and it's been sitting out here for 40, 50 years, sounds like. A lot of cool stuff out here. I'm just kind of walking you around. This is taking a breather. You probably heard me breathing once in a while. It was a lot of work. At the end, you'll see my truck, and it is beyond full. It's 8 foot tall in the bed of the or 8 foot tall by the time, or maybe 8.5 by the time I got it all in the truck. And when I did a good redneck tie-down job, so it's all there, and it made it all the way home. Check that out, though. I did pick up a hood with that emblem on it. It was a truck hood, the 3-piece truck hood. But that was pretty cool. I love that Dodge emblem on there, the Ram. I don't know if I'll have a picture of it later, but the other thing I picked up was a radiator and grill for a Dodge Brothers. It has actually the wings on it and says Dodge Brothers. Had to be from like early 20s.
Taking a break for a second. Whew. A lot of work. Cool stuff though.
There's some more of the stuff we're looking at. I mean, this place is just stuff everywhere.
Come up, let me see what they are.
Piles. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
Through, and there were just junk piles I had to dig through. Kept going. It took me, I was 8 hours picking all this stuff. I mean, just getting the stuff was nuts. Picked up probably 15 Model T, Model A doors. I just got all sorts of stuff. Got some nice F1 hoods, the big 1950s models with chrome on them. I just got so much different stuff. It was unreal. If I had my trailer, I'd have picked a bunch more. I mean, but they just had tons of stuff from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It was pretty crazy. I usually don't bring the cars back just because honestly they're just, for the amount you just don't make enough most of the time. I can do a lot better at bringing small parts. Check, this was on the farm where we're picking at. We even had a bunch of old trailers. I even got a tailgate or two off some of those. Some of the old farm equipment, some loopsters there. Had some gas pumps and stuff like that also out there. I did pick up a really nice one. I think a Model 100, Wayne 100 I think. It swiveled, had a big round thing in the middle where it swivels around. But there's just so much stuff. Like I said, this is just a little, just trying to give you a glimpse of digging through it and pulling stuff out of the trees and the piles. I mean, half the time trying to figure out how to get to something was a chore. But I tell you what, it's picking heaven when you get out and stuff like this. Now, it looks nice and cool out there. It was hot and humid and had to fight with everything from ticks to mosquitoes, but I did it. And this is just one of those places when you're out picking the here's my truck, just to prove this is what most stuff I got from that pick. As you can see, it's about 8.5 foot tall. It all made it back safe and sound to Arizona. You can't see a lot in there, but thanks for watching and please subscribe.
Howdy, this is Big Mike here with Route 66 Road Relics. Today we're embarking on a thrilling adventure into an overgrown junkyard right here in Kansas in search of those hidden treasures and rusty gold, so get ready for some fun. This is our second time to this junkyard. We've been here once before and picked up a bunch of stuff, and they're going to go through and basically this whole place will be cleaned out here in another month or two, so I wanted to get one last look at it and see if there was anything else that we needed.
We are always looking for old tailgates, grills, wagon wheels, water pumps, just all sorts of fun stuff. And you can see that there's just piles of stuff out here, so it's always digging for treasure. Now, I know it looks very nice out there, but I'm going to tell you it was about 90-some degrees and about 85% humidity, so it was definitely a hot one. But it's a lot of work, but I just kind of wanted to give you, while this yard was still around, I kind of wanted to give you one more view of it, and luckily the guy that's buying it all was able to give me a little drive around, so let's get a little better videos of different things. So check it out, but you just never know what you're going to find when you're out picking it. That's the fun part. Now the loading up, not so fun, but you just never know what you're going to find on that stuff out here. I mean, this place was several acres, and like I said, we've already gotten one big load out, and a bunch of stuff has already been taken out of here. But this is kind of like this is one of those junkyards you just always hope you can find, because this is where you find lots of cool stuff all the time. Looking around, you can see the layers of history of what's been abandoned, and everything from kind of vintage signs to old farm equipment, a lot of old cars and trucks. I mean, just kind of a whole mixture right here. Look at those old cars you're seeing in the backdrops. And there's even piles. I had to dig through all that. It's crazy. There's a cool old car right there. I'm not sure which one that is. It's an old Ford. No, there are a lot of Fords, Chevys, Dodges, just all through the place. And, you know, that's the kind of road relics that just get me all excited. You know, it gets my heart pumping fast when I'm out there. And like I said, I even picked up, don't show it right here, but you can even see later on, I even picked up like a pile of old license plates. Just a whole mix in Kansas.